This is the Middle of Nowhere Gaming Podcast.
Welcome into episode 38 of the Middle of Nowhere Gaming Podcast. I am your host, Courtney Osborne. I forgot to say that on QTE coming up on Friday in the future. Oops.
Ooh. Pulling back the curtain.
Okay, and today I'm joined by Lou, our Nintendo Ninja.
Joined by... Yeah, that works. Okay. Hi, everyone.
And Miles.
What's up, people?
Oh, yeah, since we did the QuickTime event first, we could have been returning from this podcast since it's coming first.
No.
Yes.
Too bad.
Could have. That's yeah, whatever. We're thinking
would've.
backwards. So anyways, this episode is going to be completely different from normal, kind of like last week, even though we said this week was going to be back to normal.
Why is it different?
We thought it was going to be normal, but we are going through the post-E3 lull, where there's like absolutely nothing happening in the industry. Everything that's happening right now is response to what happened last week. So all the news is basically just bullshit and people dissecting and elaborating on stuff and nothing fun. So
luckily, everyone at this year's E3 knew what submarines were and knew that you don't get internet in them.
Yeah, that's a good thing. We didn't have any of the post-show backlash like we did last year. Yeah, it's been a boring week. So what have we been doing at MONG, Courtney?
Oh man, you're dropping that on me. Have we been doing something?
Yes. No, I just mean this right now we've had a week of lull. So
what have
we been doing?
We've been posting a lot of videos. First of all, our Destiny Let's Play videos. We have two sets of them. We have the actual mission structure version of it. Like, what would you call that? Like,
the non-competitive multiplayer.
Yeah, the campaign. That's probably a better. The campaign part where you can play multiplayer with your friends, co-op with your friends. We have a 6-part series, and that's up on our YouTube page. You can go find that, or you can find the story of it on our website. And then we have a 3-part series with the Crucible, which is the competitive multiplayer section. And that's now on the website and on YouTube also. So you can go check out those. They're all about between 10 and 15 minutes long. There's some, of course, us being dumbasses playing it and yelling and screaming and having a good time. It's a pretty good series. On top of that, Miles here, you want to explain what you're working on right now?
I am working on just my 15 to 20 hours and what I did with it in the Destiny Alpha. So that is a possibly 10-part series that will be going up over the following days/weeks that are to come. So yeah, check back in daily for those. His first one went up today, right? Yes, and there's a hub.
What was it about?
So the first one was about character creation, and yeah, so just literally just character creation that was long enough to warrant one story.
In addition, just give you a little look behind what we do. In this week after E3, we don't get a lot of stories. We've been using it to kind of bulk up on our PR contacts. We've been talking to a lot of studios, getting our name out there. We're growing more and more each month, and we're starting to actually kind of get our voice out in the industry a bit more. So you could look forward to hopefully more reviews, because we're starting to branch out and get a few more review copies.
That's been a grueling process, by the way. It's a pain to find all of that stuff.
It's worth it because we love our fans.
Oh yeah, well it's worth it just to be able to talk to people in the industry. That's right. I really, really, really like that part of it.
You wouldn't believe how hard it is for people to hand over their life work in free games to us.
Yeah. Why? Okay, and then we had 3 reviews go up in the past 4 days. We had Murdered Soul Suspect go up. We had Drakengard 3 and then Transistor. So if you want to see our reviews for that, go to the website.
I should have mine up tonight too.
And what are you reviewing?
I'm going to be reviewing Entwined.
Okay. So then check that out soon as well. Hopefully it'll be up by the time the podcast goes up tomorrow.
Should be.
We'll see. What else? I wanted to talk a little bit about Murdered Soul Suspect. I had a chance to play it this weekend. I played it actually after our review went up. So I went out and I picked it up, or I rented it, and I platinumed it actually in probably about 8 hours of playtime. Only took me about 8 to 9 hours of playtime. Now, granted, I was using a collectible guide in order to do it, because literally every trophy in that game is tied to collectibles. So, like, I was going to get nothing probably if I didn't use it. Now, I mean, I could have gotten the platinum without it, but it would have taken me significantly longer to explore every single environment or whatever. And I knew that I only had the game for 2 days, and I didn't have a whole lot of time to play during those 2 days, and I just wanted to play through the story and then get as many trophies as possible. And I ended up playing through the entire game in about 8 hours and then platinuming it. And I have to say, the game's really fun.
All right, so right now I'm not going to say what we gave it on the site, but everyone has the different opinions. You, of course, have your opinion. What would have you given it on our 10-point scale?
I'm probably about the same, or maybe a little bit higher. I maybe a 7, something. It's not a great game by any means. It's a fun game. It's a short game. It's a game for trophy whores if they want to hurry up and get a platinum. It's got a good story. There's not a whole lot of gameplay. It's fairly easy. But it was a good experience. I'm glad I played it. It's one of those games where I think everybody should play it. That way they know they could talk about it and stuff like that. But it's not a game where I think everybody should own it.
What did you play it on?
I played it on PS4.
Okay, that might make a lot of sense.
Which looked beautiful, by the way. Like, it's not perfect, obviously. It's not a photorealism or whatever, but it did look very nice.
Right, because one of the main issues I think Landon was the reviewing editor for it, was he played it on the Xbox 360. It was a bit choppy, some graphical problems. I imagine if you played on the PS4, it's probably a little bit better.
Yeah, I assume it was. And the video I was watching for the collectors or the collectibles or whatever was also done on PS3, so it also looked pretty. So I haven't seen what it looks like on the last generation of consoles or anything like that. So it could look significantly worse for all I know. Besides Murdered Soul Suspect, I'd like to give a special birthday shout out to Kyle, who's you guys know him. He's joined us a few times on the podcast now, and he's a weatherman here in Kansas and is a contributor to Podcast Beyond's Facebook page. He asks a lot of questions on there and talks a lot with everybody. Really good dude. So happy birthday, Kyle. Hope it's
happy birthday, Kyle.
Even though this will be a day later.
I'm going to come down eventually and visit Courtney. And when it happens, I'll owe you a birthday drink. We'll all meet up.
We'll all go to Five Guys, and we'll go to a bar, and then we'll come play Mario Kart.
Can we bring I'm not sure what the public alcohol law is there. Can we bring beer to your Five Guys?
I have no idea.
Damn it. Okay.
Don't most restaurants don't want you bringing like outside drinking food?
I assume that's the case.
I don't know about Kansas though. I hear it's a little uncivilized out there.
Okay.
Only 4% Asian at those colleges.
That's a low number. That's mighty low.
Mighty low. Okay, so there's only one news story we're going to talk about, right?
Yeah, I mean, really, that's the only thing we have go up.
News-wise. Other than, there's two, actually. The sale as well.
And
I guess we could have Miles talk about Destiny as well.
Right. Destiny,
I can do that,
specifically
sure.
the DLC.
Okay,
yeah, I can do that, yeah.
So, yeah, you want to start us off with the PlayStation stuff for Destiny?
Sure, yeah. Give me like 2 seconds.
I'll start off.
Yeah,
okay.
Someone else, because I need to pull it up.
So the first news is that there was the MPD report that came out. Once again, the PS4 was the top-selling console. On another note, The top-selling games in this order were Watch Dogs, which had its top sale on the PS4, Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, MLB 14 The Show, top-selling on PS4, Wolfenstein The New Order, top-selling on PS4, and then
I don't
everything
think the consoles were ordered, was it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how
sorry.
they're ordered. And another, besides Mario Kart, which got the number 2 spot in only 2 days, I believe, right?
Yep.
Which was facing off against Watch Dogs' record Ubisoft numbers, which
was
they're
only
both
4 days, I think.
right. I mean, those are both fantastic stories. On another positive Wii U note, their sales for the same time compared to last year are up 80%. So it's 180% more than last year.
Yeah, it's console sellers are selling 2 times as many as they were last year at this time. That's incredible. Which it makes a lot of sense, obviously, with nobody wanting to buy a console last May because they knew about the new consoles coming at the end of last year.
That makes no sense, by the way. There were 0 PS4s being sold last time around this time, and 2 times 0 is still 0.
Okay. Mathematically, that makes sense. But, anyways, no, yeah, looking at the list of top games, Watch Dogs and Mario Kart, up there only for 4 days and 2 days, and they're beating out Wolfenstein, Minecraft, NBA, Titanfall. It's just like, damn, that is awesome to see those sell that well. I cannot wait to find out the total Wii U sold, and like after this month, like the full month, having all of the release or all of the sales from Mario Kart in May and then June combined. See what that is, because they obviously convinced me to get it.
That.
Yeah.
Did you?
What?
Did you mention that?
Yeah, I mentioned that on was it? Yeah, it was last week's MONG podcast. I believe that I mentioned.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay.
Because I mentioned I needed to eat crow because of it or whatever. That I finally bought one.
But you didn't mention that you got it.
Oh well, yeah, I didn't mention that it came in. But yeah, okay. So as
What's your Nintendo network?
As an update to everybody, my Wii U has officially come in. It's been updated. The software is updated. I have Nintendo Land, Mario Kart 8, and Zelda Wind Waker HD or whatever. And my Nintendo ID or Nintendo Network ID or whatever is Osborne 2009, OSBORN 2009. It's the same as my PlayStation Network name or whatever. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to playing some Mario Kart and Zelda soon. And I don't know. Should I get a Pro controller? We were talking about that earlier. Do you think I should?
The Pro controller is the one that's like the GameCube controller, yeah?
Kind of.
Kind of.
I mean, I'm gonna get a GameCube controller whenever those come out, but I don't know. Whatever. It's
Wait until you need it.
Yeah, that's true. I should wait. Just buy an Xbox One in the meantime.
Well, wait. Spend all your money now.
I already have. I'm broke.
All right, let's move on to the next story.
Okay, so you want to fill us in on your news, Miles?
Yeah, sure. So this week, trailing off of last week's E3 news that PlayStation and Bungie were getting really buddy-buddy, they announced that Destiny was going to have some exclusive content on the PlayStation systems, I assume. They weren't really... Did they say it was coming out for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4?
I think it's just PlayStation 4.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, PlayStation 4 is getting some extra stuff that no one else is going to get their hands on because, PlayStation's better. What?
What?
So they announced that the Dust Palace is a strike that will be exclusive to PlayStation, and pretty much it's an old building that was human made on Mars, and the point of the strike will be to run through and track down an extraction team that had gone in. And assuming since it's on Mars, you'll probably be fighting the Cabal. And if anyone's been following Destiny news, the Cabal are the big hulking dudes who, look like you probably shouldn't try and get in a fist fight with them. There's also the extra competitive multiplayer map, which is the Exodus Blue map. And there's not very much about that one, but it'll have the game modes that are skirmish and which one is it? The control game mode that everyone's been playing. I think is it called Domination? Does anyone know?
I don't remember actually.
Whichever one you had access to in the alpha, that is the one that you will be playing on that map.
I just know it was fun.
Yes, it was. It was definitely fun. Everyone should check out those Let's Plays, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there are 2 extra guns that you'll be getting access to. One is a rifle that is better at hip firing than it is at aiming down the sights, I guess. Doesn't really make sense to me, but I'm not going to question it. It's called the Monte Carlo. There's going to be a nice little hand cannon that's called the Hawk Moon, which looks horrendously sick, and I don't know if I should describe it or if you should just go to the website and check it out, because there's a picture there. You know, MONG. middlenowheregaming.com. Check it out. On top of that, there's also 3 ships that we'll be getting access to: the Aurora Wake, the Outrageous Fortune, and the Crypt Hammer. That one sounds a little weird, but why not?
Sounds awesome.
The Crypt Hammer.
Crypt Hammer.
If that's what you're thinking, sure. And then last but not least, there will be 3. I guess you call them suits, or suits of armor,
or I don't remember.
I wouldn't call them skins. I guess there's a term I used, but I forgot what it was. But there'll be one set. That was it. One set of armor for each of the Guardian classes. The Titans get the Veneer set, which is red and gray and looks threatening, kind of like.
It looks awesome.
It does. It looks a lot like Carnage. Now that I think about it. If anyone has like Marvel knowledge, that's one of the Spider-Man villains. Okay. Then there's the Argus suit for the Hunters. It looks interesting, I guess. I don't really like it, but
it's yellow and weird.
Has like leg spikes, so you look like
it does.
Hermes, I think, is the guy.
Yeah, that's definitely Hermes.
Yeah. And then also there's the Manifold Seeker for the Warlocks, and it looks swanky and snazzy and fabulous like all Warlock outfits do. So that's all going to be for PlayStation 4 players. So, PlayStation getting the best out of Destiny.
Beyond. So anyways, and then the last story is also PlayStation related. There's a PlayStation sale going on right now. It's called Only on PlayStation. It's a 1-week sale where there's Dead Nation, Apocalypse Edition for PS4, Flower for PS4 and PS3 and PS Vita, and then Eco for PS3, Little Big Planet for PS3, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale for PS3, Ratchet & Clank, A Crank in Time, and Tools of Destruction on PS3, Shadow of the Colossus PS3, Tearaway on Vita, and Twisted Metal on PS3. The sale has the games all marked down about 50 to 75% depending on the game. And yeah, not a lot of, they're good games, all of them are, but I don't know, the best steal on it is Tearaway.
Oh yeah.
For $17.50. That's a really good price to get that one at. The rest of the games are minuscule, okay, Eco is
Flower?
$5. Flower's already cheap. It's $7, and you can get it for $5 instead, or $3.50. It's not that big of a deal for that one. But I guess Dead Nation Apocalypse Edition for PS4. If you missed out on the free version of it, it's originally $15, but you can get it for $3.75 if you have PlayStation Plus. So that's a huge one. But yeah, and I would also recommend PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale for $5. That's not bad if you have PlayStation Plus. It's actually a solid game. It'd be fun. It's fun to play with friends. It's not Smash Brothers, but it's interesting. It's a fun game, and for $5, that's not bad. That's like renting a game, but you get to keep it. So, but yeah, that's basically it for the news. And instead of continuing on for a full hour of news like we normally do, we decided to just ask everyone we know on every social media site we could find for questions that we could just answer and talk about and spend our time talking about that. So instead, we're going to do that. Are you guys ready for that?
Definitely.
Let's go.
All right, who do we want to start with? Do we have any good... I say we start off with the best one of them all, Chris's.
Chris from where?
Chris from the Podcast Beyond group.
Beyond.
Oh.
He says, if you could merge 2 video game characters into one, who and why? Me, Donkey Kong, and Sonic, because I want to see something fucked up.
Donkey Kong.
Thank you.
Oh yes, thank you, Kang.
Thank you, Chris, for the awesome question. So yeah, Miles, you have anything in mind?
Oh God, don't start with me. I'm thinking hard on this one.
Oh,
I got a good one.
okay, Lou.
You're not gonna get it so much. You didn't. You know, I'll just say it. I want Pikachu
Yeah.
merged with Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5.
What?
What?
Why?
It's kind of in that vein of fucked up shit. I mean, I just want to see something so cuddly and cute, yet just awfully grotesque and disgusting, and does a lot of speed and just fucks teddy bears because that's what it feels like doing.
So you want to see an oxymoron in the flesh?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. There's got to be a really good one.
Oh, do you know what? I also want to see. I want to see Drake and Sonic mixed together. Maybe like Sonic with a Drake, scarf. I don't want to go. Don't want to go too out of the box here.
I see what you're doing. Oh, okay. So for those of you who don't know what he was just referring to, I would recommend you go back to episode 36 of the MONG podcast, where we discussed that exact thing. Okay, let's see. I would like to see Laura Croft and Nathan Drake.
How sexy could something get?
Right? Two sexy people in gaming who do the exact same thing.
In the words of Archer, the TV series, I can only be so erect.
I'm actually gonna go out of my way and find one of those face merging sites and do this for you.
It would be wonderful if we get that before the podcast is over, so we can talk about how wonderful or awful it is.
I'm doing it with Trevor and Pikachu as well. It's not gonna
Oh
be.
God.
Oh dear. Yoshi and Knack, because I think Yoshi would look cool as like a particle Yoshi that could like get bigger and stuff. Would that not be cool? Like
That would be cool. Yeah.
little Yoshi as a raptor, huge Yoshi as a T-Rex.
Maybe
You know what?
Yarn Yoshi.
No, fuck that.
We'll see what they do.
Oh no, we're not talking. We're not talking about that piece of garbage game.
Hey, everyone I heard who played it really came off from it and said they liked it.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
So much denial.
Fuck them.
So I'm gonna go ahead and toss this out there.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's been needing to happen for a while. There's just too much sexual tension between these pair of characters. Riley and Samus. Ridley and Samus. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Ridley. Meta Ridley.
Whichever one. They just need to go ahead and get together, make themselves a little Samus dragon baby thing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You need to play some Metroid.
I played Metroid Prime, I think, on GameCube, I believe it was. And I got to like where I had to turn into a ball and stuff at the very beginning, and like totally lost interest. I was like, I don't like this game at all.
I don't even understand you.
I was like 10.
Okay, that's fine.
Between
Maybe.
Zelda games and Metroid, I've never finished one of them.
I don't think I've ever finished a full Zelda game either. I've played a shitload of Wind Waker, but I don't think I ever beat it because it came out when I was younger, and I wasn't a gamer then. I played games, but I never beat games, especially like that. So
Yeah, I mean that stuff was hard if you're like young and you're just like, what are puzzles? I hate this.
yeah, well, and the fact that the games used to be harder anyways. So it's like you're not good at games, and they're really hard games, and now everything they hold your hand when you play games. It feels like. Let's see. I had a good one in mind to combine, but I don't remember. Are there any more, or should we move on?
I got nothing.
I got nothing either. Batman and Robin.
That sounds awful. I'll be honest.
Robman.
I mean, wait, that's already happened. That's pretty much Nightwing.
Oh yeah. Damn. How about was it just video game characters? Yeah, it is. How about Ellie from The Last of Us and
Any other character that looks like Ellen Page?
damn it. That's not what I was going to go with, but that was a good one. I should have thought of that. I was going to say fucking what's-her-tits from Bioshock Infinite.
What's her tits?
Elizabeth?
Yes, Elizabeth. There we go. Elizabeth and Ellie. And then just have some hotness. I know Ellie is young. Don't fucking say anything. Come on.
Too late.
I'm not gonna.
So let's move on. Another question. Somebody else pick one. Miles, you want to pick one?
I haven't read all of them, so
Okay.
Just pick one.
I was just gonna go down the list. I thought that's what we were doing. Oh god. Let's go with the one from Aaron from PS Vita Nation.
Okay.
If you buy limited/collector's editions of games, what is your favorite?
Okay, so my answer is I don't buy them, but I may start buying them, and if I do, The Witcher 3.
Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. I don't know. It's also like, if you think about it, that term limited edition has become so like generalized now. Since you can just
limited edition are like first day releases now.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like the last 5 games I've bought have been limited edition, but I don't really think I have a favorite. Like I've had some interesting swag from special or collector's editions of games, but I'm normally a little bit too broke to afford the extra like $30 to $50 to $100 they expect for it.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot like you, a lot of the games I've bought recently were limited edition. Most of them Japanese, like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy X, 10-2, Tales of Exilia. And I really enjoyed all those for their just art books and prettiness and stuff like that, even though I sold the art books and stuff. I like it. I guess what I'm trying to get at is the thing I like most about limited edition and collector's editions is when they come with soundtracks. I really enjoy soundtracks.
Oh, all right. I actually thought about it. This was a long time ago, but it was one of the Castlevania games on the Nintendo DS, and it came in this really nice like fold-out envelope that was made out of like stock paper, and it had the like a red, like the old seals they used to do back in the day where they'd have the wax and they'd put a print in it of their seal.
Yeah. It
had that with the Castlevania symbol on it, and inside it had a soundtrack. It had a little 2-game case that was white and said Castlevania on it. I think it was Portrait of Shadows, I think. And on top of that, it also came with a really nice white stylus that extended. And I was always a big kid, so using the tiny stylus was just a pain in my ass because it was too small for my hands. And when I got that, I was just like, you are my baby forever. I will never leave you.
So this is kind of breaking, but Sony just trademarked Pinch Me, I'm Streaming, and Seize Your Moment for PlayStation Now, I believe.
One of those sounds really weird.
Yeah, it does. Okay. So, Lou, I know you're doing your facial combination thing, but
Yes. This is going to be so awful, and I'm sorry for anyone who has to look at the pictures that I'm making.
I'm excited for them, honestly.
He looks. I'm not sure what to call Laura Drake, I guess, but she looks like such an angry transvestite.
Just call it Nathan Lake Croft or something.
Nathan Lake Croft. Okay. All right. So we're talking collector's editions.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've never to this day gotten a collector's edition. That said, I have already pre-ordered the Order and the Witcher collector's edition, and when those come out, I will let you know. If I'm trying to think the closest thing to it, it's probably the pre-ordered version of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Remix, which came with a pretty cool case, and it came with an art book and all of that nonsense, and that was a nice package. I really appreciated it.
Now, not to take us off track or anything, even though that's exactly what I'm about to do.
About to go off rails. Let's go.
Was anyone disappointed with the Order? I guess obviously not, but like personally, after E3, I went out and I was like, I'm taking my money off of the Order. That game does not look interesting to me.
Nope, I'm not disinterested in the least, but I knew what it was going into it when we originally heard about it, and I've just become more and more excited every time I've seen more. It's going to be a third-person shooter, historical fiction, alternate history type game, and it just looks amazing to me. It looks exactly like what I've wanted, so that I didn't know I wanted. It's one of those kind of things. Like, you told me what I wanted, and I'm so glad you did. So it's like that to me.
Well, all right then.
And I'm sure apparently Lou is too.
It's more for the collector's edition. It's a game that I know that I'm most likely going to get anyway. It's such a big name, and I think they have they have a lot of people working on it that it's going to end up being great. But even if it doesn't, just the cool stuff that came around it, I'd feel okay buying it.
I guess,
and I could always sell the game back.
True. I guess I'll put it like this. I took my pre-order off of it because I had like $20-$30 on it, I think. But I admit, if I can get a job and make some money before it comes out, then I might actually buy it, because it didn't impress me, but it looked like something that, like you all said, like it could be fun. It just didn't seem like it was worth buying day one for me.
Right. I would recommend going on Amazon and putting a pre-order down on the collector's edition if you think that you may possibly, even possibly in the future, want to do it, because you could take off the pre-order at any point, and it's locked in, so you'll know you'll get it day one in case you do want to go through with it.
Yeah, that's how I did my PlayStation 4 pre-order.
Right.
Nah, I stood in line for that shit. I was all about the party that was going to happen at GameStop.
That was me and the Wii U.
That was what?
That was me and the Wii U, and believe it or not, it was pretty sold out for the first day.
Fair enough.
I believe it.
Yeah, I would believe it too. Because they were limited stock on top of the whole. There was hardcore fans who wanted it or whatever. But yeah, so Lou, it's your turn to pick a question, I think, isn't it?
Okay, yeah, let me get back to that. All right, we're going to do one from. Let's pick one for NVC. Joseph McNeil. I said Michael one time, and I'm forever apologetic. From Nintendo Voice Chat on Facebook, asked, what is a game series that would benefit from being made by a different developer?
Anything that Sega has its hands in.
Ooh.
That was rough.
Sonic especially.
All right, I'm gonna give my Nintendo answer.
Okay.
Because I just gotta get it out of the way. I want Nintendo to own the Mega Man property.
You do?
I think they could do
bad.
wonderful things with it.
Okay.
Just because they've been having a great platformer revolution. So if they want to stick the platformer route, they can. I think they're also doing great with HD lately as well.
I'm not sure I can answer this. Like, somebody else could work on, because like you would think of like maybe like games that aren't or don't come out as fast or something, like maybe like Fallout. It's like, okay, Bethesda, I see that you want to take all your time in the world to finally announce it or whatever. Give it to somebody who can actually put it out or whatever. But then it's not going to be as good, Like it's going to be good from Bethesda whenever it comes out. It's just that I'm sick of waiting on it, and that's what sucks. But
all right, I'm sending. This is the best I could get it to, and I'm sending it to you guys.
Okay.
The picture of Lara Croft, and we'll save this too. Here we go.
Oh.
Lara Croft and Jake.
Oh no.
Oh God.
He's just so manly, and she's so not.
Yeah,
It's not as bad as I expected, but it's still pretty bad.
yeah.
No, that was much better than the first one. I'll find the first one.
That is a sexy ass transvestite.
I feel like during the podcast you just have this picture pop up so people can see what we're looking at.
Oh, we're gonna have it included in the story also.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we're
Wonderful.
it'll be on the story. So check the story out if you want to see the transvestite Laura Croft, Nathan Drake conglomerate or whatever. Oh my God, that's great. That is hilarious. That is ugly.
This hairstyle is awful though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a good answer for the question though.
I'll give you an answer. Metroid Prime, the Metroid series, should be taken away from retro Nintendo and given to the people who did Rocksteady, the people who did Arkham Asylum and Arkham City and all that.
That'd be cool.
Because they're already doing Metroid games, just with Batman.
How about?
I thought Metroid was with Team Ninja right now.
I think they let Team Ninja do it for that one game, and I don't think they're letting them have that property again after Other M.
Okay, makes sense.
I think anybody, whoever owns Superman, give it to Rocksteady.
Yeah.
And then,
let's just give everything to Rocksteady.
Yeah, maybe. My other one would be for Naughty Dog after Uncharted 4 to give it up, like I keep saying that they're going to, and then give it to like Sony Bend or somebody, and have them make the rest of the series or whatever. Because Uncharted, great games, but we can tell now that Naughty Dog's ready to move on, and if we want it to continue, let's put it in somebody who can handle it, which would be somebody like Sony Bend. Because they showed that they could with Golden Abyss on the Vita, which was fantastic, by the way.
Yes, it was.
Okay, so did everybody answer that one?
Yeah.
Okay, so another question. All right, let's see. Let's go to Johnny, who asked... wait, did you already ask one? No, you didn't ask one from him. How many amiibos will you buy?
Man, I'm not even clear on what the hell those things are.
You wanna explain it, Lou?
Sure. They're small Skylander-ish figures that are going to be used in many Nintendo games, and just imagine them as high-quality Nintendo figurines that you're probably going to find all around GameStop and Walmart and Toys R Us and Target and this and that, except they're going to have some unlockable feature in games.
Which are fucking stupid.
Well, I can answer that quickly.
Okay.
I don't have any Nintendo product in my personal domain.
Yep.
And I don't plan to anytime soon. So that is how many I will buy. 0.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy any probably either. Honestly, it's just I don't want the clutter. I don't want the space. I don't want to buy little figurines or whatever. So yeah. What about you, Lou? All of them.
Yeah, however much my wallet allows for. But they said they're making the whole line of Smash Bros. Characters, and I could totally just seeing it. Like, I have a collector inside of me that I like to keep suppressed after the Pokemon binge of, 2000. So I can see myself just going nuts and just getting all that I can.
Gotta buy them all.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's just my thing. I would probably, I would buy the figurines before any, they wouldn't even need to necessarily have any link to games, because I think right now they don't have an interesting link to games. The only one that's announced so far is the Super Smash Bros. 4 Wii U CPU option, where it's a bit of a smarter CPU that adapts to you, which is interesting, but nothing I'd buy it for. I just want the small figurines.
Fair enough. Okay. Miles, you want to pick out a question?
Sure. Let's see. What do we want?
Sorry.
That was loud.
What just happened?
I just got a lot of energy. I don't even know what happened. I think the Mountain Dew I drank about an hour ago is finally kicking in.
Okay, then.
Sorry.
I'm going to take Dennis's question from Facebook.
Dennis! Sorry.
Dennis,
I'm getting...
do you think co-op is making a comeback with Evolve, Fable Legends, and other games embracing it? Or do you think this only applies to some games like it did with the drop in/out multiplayer last year?
Well, that's
personally...
Go on.
I was just going to say, I think it's certainly making a comeback, because it seemed like every game this year at E3, if it was more than just a trailer, it looked like it had some kind of co-op feature that they were like, hey, you can play the game on your own, or you can not be a sad sack with no friends. You can play with these other people that are out here playing the game too.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, but I feel like they're forcing it down our throats. Like we have no option, or we don't have a choice in it. It's not that it was last year. It's still continuing. The multiplayer drop in and out thing. You look at Destiny, good example of it right there. Is that there's every game it seems like that was shown off was either multiplayer or co-op, one or the other. And I just heard a snicker. Oh my God, was that the first picture?
That was the first picture, yeah.
Oh, that is just horrible.
I was just gonna type in the chat, ew.
Yeah. So anyways, what about you, Lou?
I have been used to, co-op multiplayer, and I'm okay with it. Some of the best times I've had with my friends lately have been sharing a couch playing Mario Kart 8 or playing, just mostly Nintendo games, to be honest, because that's the only developer brave enough to do it.
Shots fired.
Yeah, just threw down right there.
I'm just
gonna
ignore your blatant lies.
But in all seriousness, I really do have a great time still playing on the couch. I have family members who love playing games with me. I have a little brother who I love to play games with. So any kind of developer or game that'll let me sit down on a couch and play with friends, it's just more options or more ways to play a game, and if it's done right, it's a major selling point.
So you love playing games with your little brother, but does he love playing games with you?
Yeah, because I actually let him win sometimes, unlike you with your cousin.
It's my niece, not my cousin.
Whatever.
I've told you that like 3 times now.
Whatever. Tell your cousin I say hi.
Regardless, I think we can all agree. Well, I think we can all agree. Co-op is fucking fun.
It is.
Yeah. And I don't know, personally, I love co-op. Like, if you're trying to sell me on a game, tell me it has great co-op, and I will most likely be one of the first people to buy it. Like, in this past week, all that time we spent playing Destiny, that was fun as dicks, if you will.
Fun as dicks?
That was a great time.
Yeah, I'm quoting Achievement Hunters when I say as dicks for
Okay.
anyone who's wondering. But I enjoy that. I enjoy that so much. And that is one of the big things that had me so excited about Destiny, that they're just like, hey, you can play with your friends. It's amazing. Drop in, drop out, public events, all that. And I'm just like, here's all my money.
Just take it. Just take it. Rob me blind. I don't even care.
Stop telling me things. Just take it and give me the game.
Yeah, I see. I'm with you guys. I really love co-op, really love multiplayer and stuff like that. But I'm also against you with, I don't know. I am a hardcore single player fan, and so much so that when I'm playing single player games, I prefer to be by myself. Like I want to be in front of my TV with my headphones on and everything like that, just completely locked into that experience. Because if there's people around and talking to me or paying attention or just even there, I feel like I have to talk to them and explain things, and it takes me out of the experience. But then there's games like Destiny where that doesn't matter, like they did it so well that you can be locked into that experience with a set of friends and you not miss anything. So it's really hard for me to decide. But like The Last of Us, good example of a game that I love playing and I don't want anybody around. Like I want to play all by myself, partially because I'm going to scream and cry like a little bitch, partially because I really enjoy playing and being in that experience, feeling like I'm that person in the game or whatever.
Now games with story, I have one rule when I'm playing with someone, like doing story co-op or whatever. You shut the fuck up during the
cutscenes. The
cutscenes, thank you.
Yeah.
You shut up during the cutscenes, and if you skip it, I'm leaving your party.
Yep. Exactly. And it's like I don't know. I don't like. It's hard. It's hard when people try to talk over stuff like that. I have no idea where I'm going with this. I had somewhere I was going and I just totally lost it halfway through. So anyways, where were we?
New question.
Okay. Lou's turn?
Yep.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna do Augie Quarter from NVC.
That's an interesting name.
Yeah, I know. I like that name. If you ran Nintendo, what are the top 3 decisions you'd make, such as games, new systems, or accessories to create?
Ooh.
I mean, I got my first decision already
Yeah.
because I know how many consoles it would sell.
Drop the
Put
price.
fucking PlayStation
Oh.
on the Wii. Or did I say PlayStation?
Yeah.
I meant Pokemon. That is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. PlayStation on the Wii. Yeah, full Pokemon RPG. That's okay, let's say you have to do one game, one system thing, and one accessory thing.
Okay.
Like, that's your 3 decisions. You have to make one for each. Like, it doesn't have to be a new console. It could just be something about the console to make it different. But yeah, for a game, Pokemon RPG, a full actual Pokemon game. Like, for instance, Alpha Sapphire and Beta, or what is it, Beta? Or Omega Ruby, have those be like full-on 3D HD RPGs on the Wii U. Like, that would be
Yes.
fucking brilliant.
That would move so many Wii U's, in my opinion.
Yep.
Not even an opinion. That's just fact.
As for the console, my thing would be quit being so gimmicky. It's like, I'm
Yeah.
so over motion controls and stuff. Oh god.
I guess
You're
in
getting a
terms
new
of console,
photo.
Okay, I have to see this, but I guess in terms of console stuff, it's like I don't mind if you want to have like a peripheral that will go with the console at some point, but oh my god,
What was this one? Pikachu and who?
Pikachu and Trevor from Grand Theft Auto.
Jesus,
Oh my
that's horrible.
god.
But
I think I made the right decision.
kinda, yeah. I don't mind if they want to have a peripheral to go with it, but if they're gonna do that, they need to make it like the PlayStation Eye or I think there's PlayStation Camera now and the Kinect. It needs to be an option, not something they're gonna force on you.
Yeah. I'm with you there. What about
That is-
you, Lou?
It's awful.
We're doing solely hardware decisions. What are we doing? We're doing all 3?
You have to have a game, hardware, and accessory thing.
All right, game. I'm going to say, once again, buy Mega Man property. Hardware decision, have your next hardware be just as gimmicky. But the right gimmick. Make the gimmick be...
everything Nintendo's ever done.
No, have the next one be the fusion system that is part handheld, part actual console, where it's just, you dock it in when you get home and you can play your handheld on your TV screen.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, they should just hire me. And what was the third one? Accessory?
Accessory.
The
The docking station.
docking station. I don't know. I got nothing. With that Pokemon game, somehow have a Pokemon controller that you could actually throw.
Oh, I see that going very badly.
Yeah.
I want it though.
Have it be really, really, really like rubbery or whatever.
No, they'll have the Wii strap so that you could throw it and it just kind of dangles there like the Wiimote.
Some kid is going to get way too excited and just beam somebody with it. Or
Mom!
worse, beam the really nice TV with it.
Mom, I choose you! Throw it at her.
2 weeks later, funeral.
Oh.
Now I'm going to cheat and make my third one also a console thing or a system decision. I was going to. I forgot it. Just lost it. Never mind.
My accessory one would be where you could hook up your 3DS to your Wii U somehow to like play your 3DS games on your full TV screen or your Wii U or something like that. Some more of a connection between the two devices than there already is.
I'm surprised you can't do that, to be honest.
I know, right? Wouldn't that be such a cool thing?
There it was. Okay. The system thing, I would say. I know that Nintendo is like so prideful about not needing good graphics not needing the highest end of graphics and such with their games. They're like, we want them to be fun. Fuck your graphics and your good looking Nathan Drake. But I'm like, you all might not think that's important, but a lot of people do. So you should probably just go ahead and get on.
I don't know what kind of Nintendo you're talking about because they've been really stepping up their HD game. I mean,
They're not
everything's
photorealistic though.
Yeah, but I mean, who wants a photorealistic Mario?
I do. But
That's
I'm not
horrifying.
saying,
Look it up online because
I
I've
know,
seen
I've
the
seen
picture.
it. I've seen it. I'm not saying they need to make it photorealistic, but okay. So the Wii U, they're at 1080p and all that. I'm guessing.
Yeah. Some
Okay.
games.
Then never mind. Like I thought it was still looking bad, like it did on the Wii.
No. Yeah, it's 1080p now.
For anyone who's wondering, I don't follow Nintendo news.
Yeah. Okay, so who's next?
That would be you.
That's me. Okay. From Patrick on PlayStation Vita Nation, he asked, "What games are you going or are going to hold you over the summer?" I actually made a list, and I sent it to Lou earlier, but I don't want to pull that up. I have a little bit of that list here on my phone. Let's see. It's games I need to play: Portal 2, Mirror's Edge, Vanquish, The Saboteur, 3D Dot Game Heroes, Just Cause 2, Sleeping Dogs, Red Dead Redemption, Persona 4, the Dark Souls and Demon Souls series or whatever. I'm thinking about trying that. And then replaying Tales of Exilia and replaying Infamous Second Son, and then Conception 2 as well. So that's what I have. I have that list to try and beat this summer, and that's what I'm kind of setting. That's my goal, is to play them all this summer. So
Not a bad list. What's going to tide me over is the Destiny beta, because I don't have any other games.
Fair enough.
For me, that's a tough one. I don't really have anything I'm looking forward to too much. My big summer game was going to be Super Smash Bros. For the 3D for Nintendo 3DS, but that got taken down, and by taken down I mean moved to October. So I might just be, trying out indie games here and there and just reviewing as many as I can.
Fair enough. Okay, Miles' turn.
I'm going to take this one because it seems interesting. From Jake Keel at PlayStation Vita Nation. It's a
Hi,
question
Jake.
for Lou, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah. I have some extra money coming my way. Are there enough good games on the Wii U to justify buying one? And yeah, okay.
It matters the deal that... First off, it matters how much you like Nintendo games. Because as much as I like banging the Wii U drum, it's a Nintendo box, and you buy it if you like Nintendo. So if you can, if you're someone who enjoys family games here or there, or who has some sort of nostalgia hook, or just really appreciates great game design, then yeah, do you know what? It's right now I think it has the best lineup, even the best future lineup so far. I don't think it's going to last forever, but at the moment, I was going through the list with Courtney. He got a great deal on a refurbished Wii U for $200, I believe, right?
Yep.
So if you could go out and get that, I would say go out and get it now. Go pick up Mario Kart, and you get the free game. You can get Legend of Zelda. They have Monster Hunter if you're into those. You said it's not a JRPG, right?
I say it's not, but I've never played the Monster Hunter game. It's, Monster Hunter is that it puts you into this level and you go hunt a monster. You go fight a monster and try to kill it. It's like, that's not really JRPG to me. JRPG is incredible stories, and with leveling up and all this other stuff.
Yeah, Monster Hunter has no story, so.
Yeah.
Right. So, beyond that, beyond. Yeah, going past that, Rayman Legends on the Wii U, if you haven't gotten on the other games, one of the best platformers I've played. Super Mario 3D World is fantastic. We already know that there are great games coming out, as much as they're trashing Yarn Yoshi. Apparently, it's the best Yoshi game that anyone's played since Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo. And there's, it's a $200 premium, but there's a great lineup, and you and I are friends on Facebook. Just message me and I'll give you the order by which I say to get these games. I gave Courtney them today.
And I disagreed with like half of them, so.
Yeah, but you like Final Fantasy and I don't, so.
Yep.
Different tastes.
Yep.
Takes different strokes to rule. Yep, look at that.
Okay. So, another question. Lou, your turn.
Okay. The next question is going to be from Steven via email, which you can email us at mong.podcast@gmail.com, and we appreciate when you do. Thank you, Steven. He says, I'm currently finishing up Ease Memories of
Salsetta
on the Vita. I've had a ton of fun with it, but with Sony nearly ignoring the Vita at E3, what do you think the future of the device is?
First of all, Memories of Salsetta is amazing. So that's why I bought my Vita, actually, that game.
Different strokes. Okay.
You didn't even play it.
I don't care. You didn't play any of the Wii U games.
I have two.
Yeah,
I just want to interject. The people that do the names for Final Fantasy and the East series, they need to go ahead and get together because they make some awful to pronounce things.
Blaze Blue? Blaze Blue?
I was thinking more like the Final Fantasy, the fighting game, Duodecim, or was that Kingdom Hearts?
Oh, yeah. That was...
The Kingdom Hearts guys need to jump in there, too.
Yeah, that was definitely Final Fantasy. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts as well, with like 358 divided by 2 days or whatever.
I was just thinking about that.
I was like, what? Come on now.
Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah. Actually,
so
that does sound kind of cool, though, that one. Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah.
3Ds. Triple D. No, future of the device. It's not looking great right now. I mean, the sales are up. NPD proved that this month or last month. Sales are up for the Vita, but does that mean anything for big name triple A style games? No, it means we're probably going to get a lot of JRPGs, which I'm fine with. We're going to get
a lot of indies.
Yeah, and a lot of indies, which I'm fine with, and that's if that's what you're looking for on Vita, then you're going to get that. But if you're looking for a bunch of Assassin's Creed and Uncharted games, you're probably not going to find that, which is, another picture. Who's this one? Sonic and who?
Sonic and Drake.
Nice.
That's a little deformed.
That's a lot deformed.
I like the lips. What were some of the other ones we were trying to go into?
I don't remember.
Donkey Kong and Sonic? Was that one?
Yeah.
Okay,
and,
I'm going to do that.
Ridley and Samus.
Okay.
As for the Vita, it doesn't look good, but I don't know. Personally, I've owned a Vita before, and I wasn't impressed with it at all.
I love my Vita.
It had really good graphics, I'll give it that. But beyond that, I was just like...
Beyond!
But aside from that, I was just like, I don't enjoy this. The menu for me I didn't find it very intuitive, and I was like, I know they're trying to make it look like their own thing, but the bubbles just got annoying to me. I was like, I would be much happier if they just used like the X and B system.
Yeah. And
I sold it like, I think 3 months after I bought it, but also in the Vita's defense, I have to say this, I don't play mobile things very frequently, because I will pick it up for like one game, play it for like a good week or two straight, and then it'll just sit there for months, because if I'm at home, I'm on my PC or my console, and if I'm out, I'm either driving or not wanting to play it, pretty much.
Yeah, see, no, I'm kind of there with you. I don't play games on my Vita often. It's been, I don't know, 2 or 3 months since I've even turned on my Vita, it feels like. But that doesn't change my opinion on the fact that I love my Vita. My Vita is awesome, and there are some great games on it. And playing Ease, that was an awesome game. So I do really enjoy my Vita, and I hope it continues to grow. Most of the consoles we've seen in the past 5 or 6 years have had really, really, really slow starts. So I'm hoping that this is just one of them, that it can get out of that, and then in 2 years from now, we're going to be talking about the Vita like the 3DS. All of a sudden there's thousands of games coming to it, and it's hard not to see somebody with one or something like that, or a family that has one. But I'm hoping that's the case.
Who knows? Only time will tell.
Yeah. And
I don't think it'll happen.
Okay, why?
I think that the Vita is and forever will be just a gaming person's platform. Like, I don't think I'm gonna go out and see kids, on the on the playground playing on their 2DS, on their Vita compared to their 2DS or their 3DS. I think it's a device, like a high-end device, still kind of considered a high-end device, and maybe something I'd find at a high school or above. But it seems like it's something that you'd have to be more immersed in gaming culture than the entry point, systems like Nintendo's. So yeah, it's not that I don't think it'll be successful. It's just I don't think it's gonna have the mobile popularity. I don't think we're gonna see it blossom by any means like the 3DS did.
Fair enough. That could happen, or it could be the case.
Because I think the biggest market for 3DS is still kids for a lot of these things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see. We've been recording for about an hour or so we need to start getting through. Let's do a few more quick ones. From Jared on Nintendo Voice Chats group on Facebook. He asked, "What's your favorite color?"
Oh, Jared Loworthy? I don't know how to spell it or say it.
Navy blue. That's my favorite.
Navy blue.
Yep. You don't need to reflect on it. You don't need to dissect it. What's yours?
Is it because you like the navy?
No, I just like the color.
Is it because you're a little depressed and you're blue on the inside?
Nope, I just like blue.
I want to dissect it. That's what we do. All right, anyway. Mine's going to be a deep green, almost like a hunter green.
Is it because you think you're deep?
Yes.
Are you green? Do you like Bulbasaur? Do you like leaves? Do you smoke weed?
Yes to at least two of those. Okay. No, I'm not going to say which ones.
Okay. Miles, what's your favorite color?
I don't discriminate.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't see color.
You like the rainbow?
I do. I mean, if you gave me like a shirt that was rainbow, but it looked nice, I would wear it.
Fair enough. Okay. Miles, your turn to pick a question.
Oh, God. I don't know why I'm never prepared for this.
I know it's coming every time. Why don't I prepare?
Oh, God. I don't even know what that question means.
There's a Destiny one here. You could have.
I see it. I'm actually looking at it. Yeah, let's go with that one. This one comes from Dustin from MONG.
Is
that our Dustin?
Yeah, that's our Dustin.
That is our Dustin.
Oh, okay. All right. Thought so. I wasn't sure.
He always gives us questions.
Oh, well, that's so nice of him. Now that Bungie has proven the potential of Destiny, what are some unannounced game modes you'd like to see included in the game? I probably should have read that before I decided on it because I don't know how to answer that.
Team SWAT. Did you play Halo?
Yes.
No.
Did you like SWAT?
I did.
SWAT is my favorite. Like, oh my god. Team SWAT.
Not zombie mode?
Zombie mode in Halo? No. Zombie mode in Halo sucked.
Boo.
It kind of sucked if you were the zombie and you just couldn't get close enough.
Yeah, you couldn't do shit. It was just like, hey, let's make one person get raped by everybody. Which is probably what's going to end up being, or Evolve is going to end up being.
I really don't know how to answer that one because they have a metric fuck ton of modes in the game already. So
I have one.
Okay.
I want a DDR mode. There's
Oh my
already
God.
tons of dancing. I want something. I want something a little more rhythm based. I don't think my guy can dance nearly as good as I want him to.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, go on.
no, I was just gonna say I'm gonna implement a pass system because I can't answer that.
Okay. All right. So then the next question from Bobby from Nintendo Voice Chat. He says,
Bobby Paoli?
yes, you don't have to say their entire name.
No, I want to say them.
Powley?
Yeah, I actually don't know how to say your name. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing it like Joseph McNeil, where I said Michael. Yell at me. Please do. I'll correct it every time I say it on the podcast. And if you don't want me saying your last name, then my bad.
Yeah.
If you don't want to say your last name, give us permission to call you Bobby Peyote.
Okay.
Ooh, peyote.
Peyote. So he asked, of all the gaming systems of all time, what is your favorite system?
Easy. I'm going first.
I think we've
right?
answered this once before.
I don't care. I want to answer it again. It's the GameCube.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Go on.
Oh, Oh, I'm just gonna say that's Nintendo at its creative best, I think, and they made a ton of new IP for the GameCube that still goes unrivaled today. I could pull out anything from my GameCube collection and still have a great time with it.
Pull out his dick.
Damn straight.
I think the GameCube or the PlayStation 1. Those were some of like the best times I've ever had playing games. I mean, of course, my adult life playing games is different. I love like The Last of Us and stuff, but growing up playing Crash Bandicoot and Wind Waker and Harvest Moon and stuff like that, like those were some amazing times.
For me, I guess the system that I got the most use out of would be my Xbox 360, but my favorite one is I'm going to do a little convention that I normally use when someone asks me my favorite video game or something, is where it all started. So that's going to be Super Nintendo.
That's a great
That's
system.
that's also a really good one.
You shouldn't feel bad about that.
I don't.
Okay, so another question.
All right.
Let's try to get one from everybody. Is what I'm trying to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that.
So we've only got one person left. Yep,
We got Raphael.
Raphael. Okay.
Which one do you want to do? I think the second one seems more fun.
Yeah, the second one, because I don't know anything about Typo.
Okay, so
Type Zero.
yes, what company will buy the majority of Capcom stocks? Because there was a news story today about Capcom being willing to let somebody buy the majority of their stock and basically buy them out.
Now,
go on.
I actually saw this question earlier when we were talking, and I just thought it would be amazing, just like the biggest punch in the gut to Capcom, if the dude that made Mega Man was just like, I'll buy you. I own you now. Make all my games.
That would be awesome. I'm always down for Sony getting another first party. So
I don't think they would jump for that at the moment.
I think they would. I think they would. I think they would want to do it and then tell them what to do or control them a little more to make better games or something. It's not. I mean, you don't always have to look at their past, at a company's past, to see what they can do in the future.
No, I mean, I think that they play it safe when they're on top of the market. And I think now it's Microsoft's time to go out there and do some like risky, crazy stuff like, fuck you, Sony, look, we got Capcom, take that to the bank. Though I would say if I thought it was going to be anyone at the moment, I think it'd be Microsoft, just because they're in desperate need of first-party studios, and I think they know that. So if they could buy Capcom, that would be a blow. No, I wouldn't say a big blow anymore. It would have been a big blow in the past, but...
Oh my god, I just thought of something.
Go on.
So, considering Capcom makes like if anyone else follows like EVO and all the fighting game tournaments, considering Capcom makes like the two of the biggest fighting games at those events, if like someone like Axis, who if you all don't know is the people behind BlazBlue and Guilty Gear, if someone like them bought Capcom, they would have like the tightest grip on the fighting game market.
Oh yeah,
and
I was talking to Axis today.
That'd be
talk
amazing.
to them about it.
Oh, yeah, just be like, hey, I know you don't know who I am and I don't work in business, but you should buy them.
Okay. So, is that it?
Yeah, I think that's. And I'm just gonna throw it out that Nintendo should buy Mega Man, because I've said it like 3 or 4 times already.
Okay.
But this is so relevant to the question, I can't not say it.
All right.
True.
But yeah.
So okay, that's it for our questions then. So on to wrapping it up with the game releases that are coming out this week. PlayStation 3 has Battle Princess of Arcadias on Tuesday. MotoGP 14 on Tuesday, I believe. No,
on
no, it's the 20th.
Today.
It's Friday.
But that's only if you're in Europe.
Oh. Okay. Well, anyways, PlayStation 4 has EA Sports UFC on Tuesday, MotoGP 14. Vita has Magical Beat, not Magical Bear.
Magical Bear sounds wonderful.
Right?
Yes.
Lou and I had a discussion about this. We thought it sounded wonderful too.
I wrote down somewhere. There was a big confusion where we both sent them review copy requests, and I was like, Courtney, I already put down that I sent the request out for Magical Beat. He's like, no, you put down Magical Bear, and I looked and I did put down Magical Bear. So now I want a review copy to that.
Let me give you all a little fun fact about my life. My nickname in my household is Magical Chocolate Love Bear, so that is why I'm a bit biased for Magical Bear to be a game.
Oh, fair enough.
Interesting.
I had no idea.
Well now that's what you're getting called.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, so continuing on with that, Farming Simulator 14 and MotoGP 14 also round out the PlayStation home consoles on Vita that time. But okay, so Miles, you want to take our Xboxes?
Sure. So on Xbox 360, you're looking at MotoGP 14 as well. On Xbox One, you've got EA Sports UFC.
Exciting. I guess would you like to take PC because it's Microsoft?
Sure. On PC, you've also got Tropico 5 coming to you on Tuesday, Pro Cycling Manager Season 2014, Le Tour de France on Thursday, Black Gold online on Friday, I have no idea what that is, and MotoGP 14.
Woo! MotoGP's everywhere. Okay, Lou, our Nintendos.
Right. Last but not least, on the Wii U, we're going to be having Pushmo World, which is apparently really awesome. I never got into the Pushmo scene, but I might try it out. And then on the 3DS, we're getting Farming Simulator 14. If you thought that Farming Simulator 13 had too many droughts, this is the game for you.
The cows are real.
Okay, so that wraps up episode 38 of the Middle of Nowhere Gaming Podcast. Thank you, Lou and Miles, for joining me once again. It was awesome. Yeah, you and your foreign language. We record on Tuesdays and we release on Wednesdays. Our actual podcast schedule is Monday you'll see QuickTime event, Wednesday you'll see the Mong podcast, and on Friday you'll see another QuickTime event. You can email us at mong.podcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. You could also find us on YouTube, Tumblr, and Instagram. So search for Mong Podcast or Middle of Nowhere Gaming or Mong on all of those. You can find us there. Like, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. And as always, make sure to check out middleofnowheregaming.com for all of the latest editorials, news, and reviews, and all of that good stuff. You can find us on Twitter. You can find me at Osborne_2009. You can find Lou at...
you can find me at Lou Cantaldi.
And you can find Miles at...
Furious Milk.
Do you have a story to that, by the way?
I was trying to come up with a new gaming name, and I was like, well, Furious Milk sounds proper.
Now, why isn't it Chocolate Love Bear or whatnot?
I don't know. That was like too much.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, whatevs. So yeah. Anyways, thank you all for listening, and we will talk to you again on Friday and then again next week. Mong!
Mong!
Mong!